Hello everyone, my name is Aastha. I welcome you to our classes for IEO Class 8th. This is our 19th class in the series, and the topic that we are going to discuss today, pretty interesting one and pretty practical one, is narration. Now narration is something that we use all the time because when you have to narrate some sort of some conversation that happened, something like that. So it is a topic which is going to be used by you frequently. So make sure you understand the concept and revise the basic rules that we are going to discuss. So let's get started and first understand the basic idea. All right, let's get started.
Okay, so what is reported speech? Reported speech refers to when we talk about what somebody else said. Okay, when we are telling someone else what someone else has said. Suppose you are telling your mother what happened in school and what your teacher said about something. So when you will tell your mother about what your teacher said, that will be reported speech. All right. Okay, so what is direct speech? Now, reported speech can be of two forms. Either you say and tell that thing directly. Let's see how. In the form of direct speech. Let's see. Direct speech repeats or quotes the exact words spoken. Now, when you are telling your mother about what your teacher said, you can either say the exact words that she has spoken. Let's see the examples. Like, she says, "What time will you be home?" So whatever she said, whatever that person we're talking about said, ये उसके exact words हैं. These are the exact words she said. What time will you be home? Okay, and which means we are quoting them exactly. She, again example, she said, "What time you will be home?" and I said, "I don't know." So you see, the exact words of this girl or this lady, she, and exact words of whosoever is speaking, exact words of this I. All right. For example, me. So when I'm telling that she said, "What time you will be home?" These were her exact words, and I said, "I don't know." So I don't know. These were my exact words. So I'm quoting her and then I'm quoting me. All right. Another one. "There's a fly in my soup," screamed Simon. So these were the exact words of Simon. We're repeating the exact words which Simon spoke. John said, "There's an elephant outside the window." So again, John is quoting. John's words are being quoted, all right, by whosoever is telling this. So this format where we repeat the words exactly as they were spoken or we quote them exactly, then that is called direct speech. Okay, this is the first format. Alright, so the second format is the indirect speech. What is it? Reported or indirect speech is usually used to talk about the past. So what do? So we normally change the tense of the words spoken. Let's note here, we change the tense of the words spoken. And then what else? We use reporting verbs. Focus here, we use reporting verbs like say, tell, ask. What are these? These are reporting verbs. Now here we use these reporting verbs. What are these reporting verbs? These are the verbs which are used to report whatever has been said in the past. Alright, like say, tell and ask. And what else do? We may use the word that to introduce the reported words. Alright, now here you see we've talked about 2-3 things. I will explain them to you with examples. Let's see here. She said, "I saw him." Now she said, "I saw him." This is direct speech, which means these are the exact words, exact quoted words which were spoken by this person whom we are referring to as she. Okay, her exact words were, "I saw him." So these words are in quotes and this is direct speech. But if we change this to indirect speech, how? She said that. Now we are introducing that, and we are using, as we said here, we may use the word that to introduce the reported words. Now we use the word that here, and after that we tell about whatever the reported words are. Whatever she said, now we are going to tell after using the word that. So she said that she had seen him. Now here you see what has happened for the tense. Had seen him. The tense has changed. Saw has been changed to had seen in the indirect speech. And this say, this is the reporting verb which is used, like said, the past form of say, reporting verb has been used, that has been used, and the tense has been changed. All right. Now there is an option sometimes that you may omit that. That may be omitted, like, she told him that she was happy. Can also be said as she told him she was happy. Although it's a really a choice and depends from person to person, and maybe syllabus to syllabus whether they choose to omit that or not. But in conversations, practically, yes, you may omit that sometimes, although it is preferable अगर आप that use करेंगे. Okay, so first was direct speech जिसमें हम exact words quote कर रहे हैं, but यहाँ indirect speech में we're talking about the past, so we change the tense, we use reporting verbs, and we also use the word that. All right, so that's it. Now we have understood direct speech and indirect speech. Now we will move on to the next segment. Let's start. Okay, so now we will be talking about a 5-step approach for understanding direct and indirect speech, and like for converting from direct speech to indirect speech. First, what we have to do is define the type of sentence. Either it is a statement or a question or a command. All right. Then, what tense is used in the introductory sentence? Which means we have to identify the tense. Third thing, do you have to change the person? Matlab, do you have to change the pronoun? We have to check that. Then do you have to backshift the tenses? Backshift the tenses, change the tenses, and say present becomes past. All right, backshifting of tenses. And last one, do you have to change expressions of time and place? So all these steps we will be discussing in detail. Let's start. So step 1, you have to identify whether it is a statement or it is a question or a command. Statement, when you're stating something like, I say, I'm a girl. Or questions could be, where are you going? Command could be like, sit down or close the door. All right, commands and orders. So identify the sentence. किस तरीके का sentence पूछा जा रहा है? किस तरीके का sentence is in the direct speech? All right. Now the next rule is, or next step is, the introductory sentence. Now the introductory sentence in reported speech can be in the present or past. Let's see how. If the introductory sentence is in the simple present, then there is no backshift of tenses. For example, अगर direct speech में हम कह रहे हैं, like Susan says this, that Mary works in an office. Okay. So reported speech में introductory sentence in the simple present अगर है तो Susan says that Mary works in an office. But अगर जो introductory sentence simple past में है, so it becomes Susan said that Mary worked in an office, which means अगर introductory sentence simple past में है तो जो tense है उसकी back shifting हो जाएगी. All right. लाइक इंट्रोडक्टरी सेंटेंस क्या हुआ, जैसे ये सूजन सेज दैट, ये है सिंपल प्रेजेंट में सूजन सेज मतलब सूजन कहती है ये, ओके वो रेगुलरली ये कहती है, मतलब उसका कहना ये है। सूजन सेज दैट सिंपल प्रेजेंट में है, तो दैट मैरी वर्क्स इन एन ऑफिस, ओके। बट अगर हम पास्ट की बात बता रहे हैं कि सूजन ने ये कहा था, तो सूजन सेड दैट, वो कह चुकी ना, अभी भी थोड़ी ना कहती है, वो कह चुकी है ये बात। सूजन सेड दैट मैरी वर्कड इन एन ऑफिस। सो अगर हमारा इंट्रोडक्टरी सेंटेंस भी सिंपल पास्ट में है तो बैक शिफ्टिंग होगी टेंसेस की। बैक शिफ्टिंग ऑफ टेंसेस हम पढ़ेंगे अभी डिटेल में, बट जस्ट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड, इससे प्रेजेंट है तो वो पास्ट हो जाएगा। So here, Mary works in an office. ये same tense रहा. Here, you see direct speech का ये tense same रहा. But in the simple past one, this one has back shifted and changed into past tense, which is Mary worked in an office. All right. So the second rule is about the introductory sentence. Alright, so the next rule talks about the change of pronouns, change of persons / pronouns. Now, if there is a pronoun in direct speech, it has possibly to be changed in reported speech depending on the situation. For example, let's see direct speech mein, if Susan, her exact words are, I work in an office. But in reported speech, Susan said that she worked in an office. That she. Now here I is changed to she because now we're talking in third person. So I changed to she. Alright. So this rule or this step talks about change of persons or pronouns. For example, if there is a male, you change it to he. That they to them, that's how it is going to work. Alright. Okay, so the next step we're talking about back shifting of tenses. If there is a back shift of tenses in reported speech, the tenses are shifted in the following way. Let's see, direct speech, if Peter said, I work in the garden, then in reported speech it will be, Peter said that he worked in the garden. So, simple present converted to simple past. Here is the table of the back shifting from direct speech to reported speech. The simple forms like simple present to simple past. Simple past to past perfect, present perfect also to past perfect, and past perfect will remain in past perfect. Alright, will changes to would. The progressive forms, they change as am, are, is changes to was or were, has been, had been, it changes to had been. Alright, this is the back shifting of tenses. And when does back shifting of tenses take place? When the introductory sentence is also in the past tense. Alright. So now here, this is about conversion of the expressions of time and place. Like any times and place if we have referred to, that also gets converted in reported speech. Like this evening becomes that evening, today or this day becomes that day, these days becomes those days, now becomes then, a week ago referred to as the week before, last weekend, the weekend before or the previous weekend, next week which means the following week, tomorrow gets converted to the next or the following day, here becomes there. So these expressions of time and place are also converted. Yes, that's all for the rules. Now let's move on. Alright, so now we will be moving towards the quiz, and these questions shall act as examples also and shall act as a test also. Right, brace yourself, let's move towards the next segment. Alright, so for the quiz, what we will be doing is, now every question you will be given 1 minute. 1 minute means 60 seconds. Why am I giving you 1 minute? Because you see, your question paper of IEO, it has about 50 questions, and so you can imagine that you get more or less a minute to answer the questions. Now this 1 minute is the maximum that you should be taking for answering the question. Now suppose there could be two, three categories of students. First category is, suppose you answer the question within that 1 minute. So I would request you to fast forward the video and skip right to the answer. You should not be wasting your time. Alright. Now the other students who are not able to answer the question in 1 minute, what you do, you don't skip to the answer. You pause the video and you write down your answer. Alright, it is very important to answer each and every question because there is no negative marking. Here you see, for every incorrect answer, no points, because there is no negative marking in IEO, so it is important that you attempt all the questions. Now for a question of which you are not sure about the answer, now even here and even in the exam, if you are not sure about the answer and you maybe think that B option might be correct or C option might be correct, so you should in that case play your luck and play your mind and make a guess and still give an answer, because it is a win-win situation. Either you will get the marks for that question or you will get a 0, right? But if you don't attempt that question at all, then you are anyway getting a 0 in that, right? So it is good to attempt those questions, and even if you don't know all the answers, try to understand and take a guess. Okay, so this is for every correct answer 10 points. This is just for your own little game where you can try to maintain a notepad. So here you write the name of the chapter and then the question, and then if it is correct you can give yourself 10 points. If it is not correct, you mark it here. So it is important to see these questions, the ones which you mark incorrect. It is important to go back to them later and then see where you did the mistake. Alright, this is just for your reference. For every correct answer you can give yourself 10 points. Alright, now let's start. Okay, so now we start off with the questions on narration. Here the first category of question says, change the given sentences into indirect narration. So what we have to do, we are given a sentence in direct narration and direct speech, and accordingly we have to choose it into indirect narration from the options. So the process we'll be following is, we'll read the sentence, try to convert it into indirect narration on our own, and see the options. Okay, here let's start. Rashi said dash, my mother is my best friend. Okay, now Rashi said here that, first of all you see introductory sentence is in past tense, so we will have a change of verbs, change of tenses. So Rashi said that my mother. Here my is who? Rashi's mother. So we will change it to her mother. So Rashi said that her mother is. Now is changes to was, past tense. Her mother was my best friend. My will change into her again. So Rashi said that her mother was her best friend. The correct answer accordingly is C. Okay, here we have Golu said to Molu, will you give me your laptop? Golu said to Molu. Two people involved. Either we can use told, since this is a question, so we can use asked. So Golu asked Molu, will you give me your laptop? Whether he would, will changes to would, whether he would give whom? Him your laptop, his laptop, whether he would give him his laptop. So here you see, okay, now here you can either use whether or you can use if he would give me his laptop. So both of these are correct. Now when there's a question of saying yes or no, so we can either use whether or if. Alright, here Sonu will ask you, do you like coffee? Okay, so now this is the future tense. Let's see. Sonu will ask you, do you like coffee? Here we will change if and you remains you. So like Sonu will ask you if you like coffee. There will be no change in the tense. Alright, so Sonu will ask you if you like coffee. Okay, so here the correct answer is D. Alright, next up we have Blossom said to Buttercup, I will handle this devil myself. Okay. Said to Buttercup. Two people involved, so we can use told. Blossoms told Buttercup that I will handle. I is who? Blossom. So we will say she will changes to would. She would handle this devil. This changes to that. That devil, myself. Now my is who? Myself is who? Blossom. So this changes to herself. So Blossoms told Buttercup that she would handle that devil herself. So accordingly, the correct answer is A. Alright, now next one says, the teacher said to Rajat, you should do this exercise again tomorrow. Okay. So here the teacher is, sort of ordering Rajat, sort of giving an instruction. So we can say the teacher ordered Rajat or, advised Rajat or instructed Rajat that you is who? Rajat. That he should do that exercise when tomorrow. So tomorrow we will change into next day. The teacher advised Rajat or ordered Rajat that he should do that exercise again the next day. So accordingly, the correct answer is A. The teacher instructed Rajat. Okay. All right. Now the next one says, my grandmother said to me, may you live long. So this is sort of, a prayer, a blessing. So my grandmother prayed that, may changes to might. You will be, I, because this person is narrating. So may I live long. That, I might live long. Okay, so the correct answer is A. My grandmother prayed that I might live long. Okay. Next, Miss Reddy said, I wanted to buy an iPhone last year. So here, Miss Reddy said that I wanted. I is who? Miss Reddy. So she now wanted, it changes, the tense will change because here the introductory sentence is in past tense. So accordingly it changes that she had wanted to do what? To buy an iPhone last year. Last year changes to the previous year. So Miss Reddy said that she had wanted to buy an iPhone the previous year. Okay. The correct answer is A. Alright, now next. I said to my teacher, good morning, madam. Okay, so here, I said to my teacher, good morning. This could have variance. Let's see the options and then we'll see which one's correct. Because you know, this just does not have only one formation. Here, I told my teacher to good morning. Incorrect. B, I respectfully wished my teacher good morning. This could be correct. C, I wish that my teacher had good morning. This is also incorrect. Then I bid good morning to my teacher. No, incorrect. You bid sort of farewell. You don't bid good morning. Okay. So here the correct answer is B. I respectfully wished my teacher good morning. Okay. Right, now the next one is Dennis said to Mr. George, please be kind to me. Now here we have please. So please will act, we'll use request. So Dennis requested Mr. George for what? To be kind to me. Me is who? Dennis. So to him. So accordingly the correct answer is C. Dennis requested Mr. George to be kind to him. Okay. Alright, now next one. Murad said to Robin, who has hurt you? This is a question, so we can use asked. Murad asked Robin, who has hurt. Now has hurt will change the tense. Who had hurt? Here you will change to him. Talk about Robin. So Murad asked Robin who had hurt him. So the correct answer is B. Alright, so here we have fill in the blanks with incorrect forms of speech. So here we have 5 blanks which we have to fill in after reading this dialogue. So let's see. Let's see the dialogue first, then we'll do the questions. Here we have Ghost says, "Ha ha, I have a glorious past of terrifying people." Mr. Otis says, "Mr. Ghost, why don't you oil your rusty chains? The clanking noise doesn't let me sleep." Mrs. Otis says, "Oof, how miserably you are belching. Take this tincture to cure your stomachache." Okay, so we'll read 26. The ghost laughed furiously and said that dash. What did he say? He said, "I have a glorious past of terrifying people." So this changes to ghost laughed furiously and said that he have changes to had, that he had, I changes to he had a glorious past of terrifying people. So the correct answer is C. He had a glorious past of terrifying people. Alright, now next, Mr. Otis asked the ghost dash. Okay, so what does Mr. Otis ask? Why don't you oil your rusty chains? Okay, Mr. Otis asked the ghost, why don't you oil your rusty chains? So here the tense will change into why didn't he? You changes to he. Why didn't he oil his rusty chains? So the correct answer is B. Why didn't he oil his rusty chains? Okay, next. He further told him that dash. He further told him what? The clanking noise doesn't let me sleep. So we change into indirect speech. He further told him that the clanking noise here doesn't changes to didn't let him sleep. So the correct answer is A. The clanking noise didn't let him sleep. Okay, next, 29th. Mrs. Otis exclaimed with disgust and told the ghost that dash. Okay, how miserably you are belching. That this is pretty easy. How miserably he you changes to he was belching. Correct answer is A. Okay, next. She then advised him dash here. Take this tincture to cure your stomach ache. So we change it to she then advised him to do what? To we can say to take this tincture. This changes to that. So take that tincture to cure dash stomach ache. To cure his stomach ache. So the correct answer is B. To take that tincture to cure his stomach ache. Okay. Alright, now we have last three hot questions. We have changed the given sentence into indirect speech. Let's see. Meera said to me, you are not listening to me. So Meera said that you changes to I are not, sorry, you are, this is present tense changes to past. So I was not listening to her. Me changes means Meera, so change it to her. So Meera said that I was not listening to her. Correct answer is A. Alright, now next up we have mother said, Reema, you should try hard. Okay. Mother said, she is telling to Reema, so we can say, mother told Reema that you should. Okay, it changes to she should. She should do what? She should try hard. Pretty easy. Correct answer is D. Mother told Reema that she should try hard. Okay, next up we have Geeta said, what a horrible storm. So yeah, this is an exclamation. So we can say Geeta exclaimed. They exclaimed that it, was this is present tense changed to past tense, that it was a horrible storm. All right. So the correct answer is A. Okay. Okay. So yes, with this we finish off with our questions on narration.
So that's all for our class on narration. I hope you have understood the basic idea of changing these sentences from direct speech to indirect speech. This is a concept which you're going to be using frequently. So make sure you know these rules, and if you know them by heart, I'm pretty sure there won't be any mistake made by you. So that's all. I hope you have enjoyed the class. Thank you for watching.